Okay. Back we go. And I kind of see why you think it's shaped like a G now. I see it was upside down when I was looking at it before. I get it. I guess there's no other way to describe that. Let's get back in that hole. All right.
Our illustrious champion returns.
Hey, Nona. Welcome back. All right. So, ooh, hey, a door I can't open. What's up here? It's not about doing the objectives of the quest, it's about finding fun shapes in the map. Yeah! It's like looking at clouds. You see the one that looks like a dog? No. I don't, and your eyes are broken. See you later, Harith. Or Harath. Hayrath. Whichever, all of the above. Okay, so yeah, we'll go up here and then yeah, like a projective test. Exactly. Yeah, we're Rorschach. And hey, like I missed a bunch of stuff, so whatever. Having to do this again, no big deal. Yeah, see, that's what's inconsistent. That, like, sometimes you can jump up a wall and other times there's a huge invisible chain link fence you can't go past. And that's the tricky bit. Okay, so I gotta jump over there and then... Oh, God. Jump across? Or do I go a different way? Oh, Lord. Like, I can't go up there. Fuck. Okay, and then jump over there. Got it. Okay. Yeah, seriously, sometimes this game is Skyrim and other times it's Crash Bandicoot.
I should probably tell Emil about this lunar tube.
Sorry to keep you.
Well, so fast
I
this
didn't
time.
even contact you yet. Emil, are you okay?
I just remembered. Thank you again. You've helped me remember an important place.
Oh?
A place very special to him. In thanks, I'll tell you how to visit it. Please take this key.
Is it just me, or is this whole Emil quest a reference to
What's it for?
It'll let you access the elevator in the shopping
like
mall.
earlier
You
games
should head there
that
whenever
I have
you
not
the
played? Like
time.
that's really
I'm
how I
sorry.
feel.
I need to stay here for a while. You go on ahead.
I guess that's the problem with playing a sequel. Yeah, I feel like it's a fan job for an organ I don't own. You know, where I'm like, okay, cool. I get that you're trying to please me, but I'm maybe not the target audience for your pleasuring at this moment. Yes, yeah. Witcher had a lot of the same, stuff. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, we're this far. We might as well finish it off. But like, I definitely am like, okay. It feels like making out with somebody, and they only know how to make out one way, and you're like, oh, this is what your last makeout buddy liked. Okay, cool. Yep. I'm not really that into this, but I get that you're enjoying it. So we'll see this thing through to the end. Maybe we'll get better. All right. Let's see. Is there a... There is a desert, the desert camp. Okay, let's go to that, and then we'll go to the... Like, I don't hate it, but I'm like, oh, okay. I get it. I see what you're trying to do. Unfortunately, the analogy breaks down there because if this were a person and not a game, I could be like, "Yo, let me show you what I like," instead of being like, "Okay, I can't influence you. You're happening. You're on your way." All right, was it called Commercial Center or something? Do I have a teleporter for that? Forest Zone, Pascal's Village. I don't know that I do. Probably this. Let me look. Yeah, it would be this one. It'll be Forest Zone Center. I think that's a thing that some folks have a lot of trouble with when they're playing games. The idea that, like, they're just not the target audience, right? I feel like a lot of people, especially people who are used to being the target audience for things, I'm sure we all know a type of people who are like that, and who are like, wait a second, what? This isn't catering to me? Ooh, I'm angry. Like, for me, I'm like, okay, like, it's fine. Like, there are folks who are NieR fans, for whom this quest is much more rewarding than it is for me, and that's okay. I don't have to be the target audience for those quests. I can still appreciate them to a lesser degree, or I can not do them, and I'm choosing to do them. Despite them not being targeted at me directly. And that's okay. I think Dark Souls has a lot of this going on. Like, you really have to understand that many aspects of Dark Souls, certainly not the first game, but the later games are aimed at people who... Where the fuck am I supposed to be going right now? This map is so useless. That's the thing that feels the most painful to me, is that the map is not helpful. Because I have deficiencies, and I usually use a map to fix those, and this map is not aligning with the stuff that's bad for me. Also, Orokyo, welcome back. Where am I supposed to go? Oh god. I'm so fucked up right now. Here, I think? Well, that brings up the interesting debate, doesn't it? Of, like, if you make a game and someone says to you, you make a sequel to a game and someone says to you, this game felt like it wasn't, like it was too focused on throwbacks to an earlier game. You know what I'm finding? I'm finding that the current season, here's a weird connection. I'm finding that the current running season, as of the recording of this play, of House of Cards, it feels like it is a constant throwback to the first 3 seasons. And I think that's good, but if I had just jumped into season 4, I wouldn't get it. But what I'm wondering is, what do you do as a designer when someone says to you, your sequel is too focused on material from the first game or games? I did not enjoy it. Do you say, well, tough shit, you should have played the first game or games? Or do you say, oh, I should have designed this to be more accessible? Is it ever okay to jump into a sequel like I'm doing right now? Am I fucking up by not having played the first game and Drakengard and that kind of thing, right? I think, yeah, so Triss makes a good point that one of the first steps of design is deciding who your target audience is. But I think if you make a game, if you design a video game, you are going to have publishers tell you this game has to make money. This game has to stand on its own. So if someone comes into NieR Automata, especially because games are generational, right? Like, I would never in a million years expect Konami to look at Metal Gear Solid 5 and be like, well, you know, if you didn't enjoy it, it's because you didn't buy a Nintendo and you didn't play Metal Gear 1. So, oh, you don't own a PlayStation 1? Yeah, you should have. But I guess this is the thing. Game as business, not game at... and Dizu, there's no such thing as multiple audiences. There's the audience and that's it. An audience can be made up of multiple groups, but there's no such thing as multiple audience. There's audience for the game. I guess the thing is, like, this game is full of fan jobs for a game I've never played, and I'm finding them kind of like, whatever. Like, I guess for me, when I see through that veil, when I'm like, I see what you're doing, I would appreciate this if I was a different person, it turns me off of the thing. Which I guess, I don't know, do you try to obfuscate that? Do you cut that out? And if so, if we make the assumption, we're not gonna even play the game for a second. If we make the assumption that it's possible to make a game that is a sequel that is disconnected from the others, how do we do justice to the people who've already invested that time? How do we reward fans for returning? Without also getting into the fucked up space of, like, you have to play all the side quests to enjoy the game. And also that idea that we've talked about in open world games of, if you don't 100% it, you are throwing your money away. There's so much convoluted connection between art and capital and art as a product and video games as a product, rewarding someone for having played a previous game. When you play a game that you know will have a sequel, are you investing in the sequel already by even playing the first game? Oh, it's so complicated. Yeah. It's fascinating, right? Like, right, and Disu brings up a good point. Quests that reference older games are the incentive to buy those games. And then what happens? What happens if the publisher is different from the first game, right? Like Metal Gear, for example, referencing Metal Gear Solid 1 does nothing for additional sales, right? You're not really going to expect people to go back and pay money for the original. And if they do, is that even going to get into the pockets of the same people? So what's the point then in reinforcing the original game's playthroughs, if not to reward you for already, like, rewarding you for already buying the game and being a fan of those things? Again, the fan job. And when I talk about fan jobs, I'm making a joke here in that the hand job is the most perfunctory sexual act you can perform. You can do it while doing other things and still do an okay job of it. It's the idea here that the game is doing us, I mean this in a slight way of the game doing us a disservice by acknowledging that we've played this other game and being like, remember that? Yeah, this is a loose, like, not really relevant kind of thing, unless you are really into it, unless it's for you, unless you're the fan for whom the job exists, in which case it's very pleasurable for you. Right now, I feel like the game, like we said before, the game's intent to please is going unappreciated by me, because I'm like, okay, could you finish? Like, I get it, and I'm doing this because it's part of the game. We get into a weird third-party thing where the game is now servicing you as my audience through me. However, if you're the target for that fan job, you've probably played the game, you've probably played NieR Automata already yourself. So you're watching me get a fan job from a game that I don't appreciate. And I feel like that's a weird situation too, right? Like, now we're in this position where I'm underappreciating a piece of art that you appreciate more than I do. Yeah, there's fan job voyeurism now worked into that third, and obviously the people that made this game did not consider and do not care about that. We are experiencing an incredibly niche part of the game. I guess, how do you make something that's both a fan job and stands on its own? That's the challenge, if you're willing to do that. I guess the inverse is watching me play a game I'm really excited about so that you can watch me have a good time with those references. In a lot of ways, this Emil side quest is the inverse of the Persona 5 playthrough that we just did, in that I was very, very invested in the world of that game, the themes of that game, not only on their own, but as they stand connected to the other games. Whereas with this game, I'm very connected to the themes in the main quest, which makes the sub stuff feel less engaging. Not because it's bad, but because I don't have context for it. Fascinating. I don't know, I live for this shit. I love it. I'm a huge goon for just like talking about that kind of game, interactive audience player. Like it's all so good. It's all so good. Even when it's bad, it's good, you know? Like even when it's bad, it gives us shit to talk about. And I think that's super cool. You look like someone who cares very deeply about gastronomy. What? See, I'm doing research about food for whenever the human race decides to return to Earth. Those humans were always going on about eating. Well, also clothing and shelter, but mostly eating. I'm collecting ingredients for research. Oh, you got a side quest for me? Hook me up. Moose and boar meat. Moose and squirrel. Okay, man, whatever. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Query. Since androids generate energy from water, what purpose does the resistance have with animal protein?
Shut up, you're a book.
Don't ask me.
Welcome to the Math Squad.
Cryocryptic, welcome to the squad. I hope you're enjoying our chat about media observation and designing games, vis-a-vis designing narratives. I love that shit. Okay.
You have returned.
This is the quest that I want. Hey, Shep, welcome back. So we want to go to the elevator in this small area. This small area. So yeah, I mean, Persona is a great example of relevance via
This must be what Emil's key is for.
fan jobs, except that Persona gets to bypass the problem because Persona games are not sequels. Persona 5 is not a sequel to Persona 4. Whereas NieR Automata, as I understand it, is supposed to be a sequel? Or are they connected? Again, I guess I'm talking on my ass here. It doesn't have the Witcher problem, we'll say. The problem I found with The Witcher 3 was there were so many quests where I was like, this is boring, and people in the audience were saying, oh, but if you've read the book. Like, it's a sequel to a different kind of media. That would be like if... God, could you imagine that if they did that sort of cross-media sequel? Maybe it's already happened, but where it's like, if you want to understand the whole world of this, you play the game, you read 2 novels, you watch a movie, you play another game, you read a comic book, you listen to a concept album, you play another game, you download a mobile app, you know, and you like wander through, like in a single narrative, right? The sequels move from space to space.
To the Math Squad.
Fuck that. I mean, that would be, I feel like that would be really, really difficult to pull off well. And I don't mean it in a general sense. I don't mean it in like a wide, like you could absorb this stuff. I mean literally like A, B, C, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi style. Not like loose, like aggressive. I don't like Star Wars isn't this. Star Wars is not this. Star Wars has optional stuff. I mean like aggressive A to Z transmedia, like you have to. Like if you watched all the main Star Wars stuff, you could ignore Rogue One. You could ignore the extended universe. You could ignore Rebels and Clone Wars. They fill in those gaps. Yeah. I don't think you could do it. I think you'd fail because people are attached to media types.
Wow. Look at all the lunar tears.
Where are we? Thank you for coming.
Emil, what is this place?
It's the place from my memories that I worked so hard to protect. Or, to be exact, the place protected by the person I used to be.
Sorry. I don't get it.
A long time ago, I was created to be a weapon. A weapon that could adapt to any environment, and one capable of total destruction.
You're a weapon?
When the war against the aliens started, I decided to strengthen that weapon by creating copies of myself.
Now, is this new information?
So,
Like,
in
if I had
truth,
played the other games, would I
I'm
know
only
this
one of a
already?
countless number of
Or is this a
Emils.
revelation based on something we don't know yet?
We, I guess, worked with each other to keep our defensive lines intact. But the more of ourselves we created, the more our original memories began to fade.
Right, new info. Cool. So that makes it totally worthwhile. I like
The
that.
original Emil liked this place a lot. He spent a lot of time here with people he loved. They were tough times, sad times. But the memories of that journey were his greatest treasure. And I have a few traces of those memories in my own mind.
Where's the original Emil now?
I don't know. There were so many of us that after a while, we just...
Oh.
And there's still something that all of us Emils need to settle. Ah, right. I should probably repay you for all of your help. Please take this.
Ooh, a lunar tear.
It's said that a lunar tear can make any wish come true.
I wish that this game made sense.
Thank you.
Oh, no. I'm the one who should be thanking you. You've helped me find some of my precious memories. Now I'll be able to keep pushing forward, even if I'm alone.
You're welcome, little weirdo. I can wear it? Ooh, cool. Let's put it on. Oh, look how pretty I look. Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, I look great. No, you know what? You know what game tried to do that Transmedia thing and then really fucked me over because I didn't watch the anime? I didn't watch the anime first, and then I just played the game, and none of it made any goddamn sense. You know what game that was? You remember? Remember we played that game together? Yeah, Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy really felt like I was missing out because the game didn't do a great job of giving itself context. No, I'm trying to pick up a goddamn item. But they tried. They tried. And that, I think that's interesting. But that's the problem, right? Is that you're gonna have a faction of your audience that just doesn't engage with the whole broad palette. So I guess my question to you, and feel free to think on this, right? There's no correct or incorrect answer. The fact that I didn't watch the anime and was confused by the game, whose fault is that? That slightly negative experience that I had, who's responsible for that feeling?
You've helped me find some of my precious memories. Now I'll be able to keep pushing forward.
I know.
Even...
I know. I did your quest. Now you're a person. Okay. Well, I guess we can probably carry on with the main quest now. Because we just got some like little bullshit ones. And we can, as I understand it, we can do some of these later. Yeah, let's do main quest shit. So I need to go to Flooded City Coast. Where is there a teleporter deal near me? Oh, just straight up ahead. Okay, perfect. All right, let's do it. Well, and a question here is, and this is true. The answer to this is yes. I don't know about Japan particularly, but the cultural space in which a game is released is hugely important and impactful for the game itself. So, if Transmedia as a thing, the idea that one must absorb a game across multiple platforms, if it is more relevant in a particular culture, that culture will get the game more. And Final Fantasy 15, was it designed for Japan and then ported to us in North America, or was it designed for everyone in mind and they just missed the fact that I think Transmedia is not a protocol so much in North America, or not one we've embraced quite as hard. Also, King Rajesh, welcome back. Happy 27. It was designed for and by the purchasers of Cup Noodle. Yeah, fair. Fair and real.
Engaging. Pod, analyze the enemy.
Yeah, I don't really want to fight these like golden droids because I'm never going to beat them, so I'm just going to go ahead and do the thing. Nope, stop. 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 I mean, didn't Destiny have a bit of this problem where if you cared at all about the lore, it was all contained in an iPhone app?
Our illustrious
Hey, Nightlight.
returns.
Glad you're digging it. Toast. You know, I'm kind of okay with, like, corralling certain types of content. Like, if I just wanted to play shooty, I probably would be okay not being forced. I'd probably be okay not being forced to, like, engage in the other bits, like the lore stuff. And vice versa, right? Like, if I wanted to access just, like, the heavy lore stuff. Yes, Overwatch, exactly. Overwatch is a perfect example of this. Overwatch gives you colorful, bright stuff to look at and shoot, but if you don't care about the lore, like, people will tell me things about Overwatch characters that I'm like, how do you know this? Where did this come from? Because I don't engage with that side media. Oh yeah, bullet hell time. Yeah, fascinating. I think that's really cool. I love the idea of being allowed to engage as much or as little in a piece of media and still enjoy every facet of it. You can enjoy Heroes of the Storm without ever having played any of the other games that it's attached to. You can still know that you like playing as Abathur, but not play StarCraft, right? I think that's great design. Overwatch works the same way. Man, I should play some actual bullet hell games. Like Ikaruga. That game was awesome. Bullet hell is a genre that I love, but am fucking terrible at. My reflexes are, like, relatively decent. You know, I think what's interesting is that ultimately everything in a game design, lore or mechanics or whatever, should serve to inform and be informed by the choices that the players made. And so, like, with Overwatch, maybe you pick your favorite character based purely on mechanical shit, but maybe you started playing Tracer because you needed some lesbian representation in your life, and you read that comic, and you're like, oh my god, Tracer's gay. I'm actually more interested in this character, and now I main Tracer
Attention,
because of those things.
Requesting support from any friendly
Right?
units in range.
Like, that's a factor.
We've come under heavy fire from the enemy. Our escort ship has taken damage and is unable to engage. We're currently resisting with all remaining
This is
support
really
fighters,
cool,
but we
by the
can't
way.
hold them off for long. I repeat, this is Carrier Blue Ridge 2. We need immediate backup from any available android forces.
Some, like, 1942 shit right here. Yeah, schmoops. Well, and so that's, yes, exactly. So you're seeing what I'm putting down here. So it ties into that fallacy of, like, all games fundamentally at some level being role-playing games, because
Looks to be 2.8 clicks southwest of us.
playing a game puts you in the role of a thing that is not you. And the reasons why you choose that role have multifarious options. It's all kinds of different purposes. Can I get close enough to sword this thing? Or maybe not can't, but shouldn't? Oh, fuck! Look out! It's firing its laser.
Unit destroyed. Reverting back to area recon.
Wait, I'm still picking up a large enemy presence.
Didn't I kill that already?
What on? If it's that big, we should be able to see it.
Yeah. It's underwater. What is it? Oh, God. Ah, shit.
Well, that's new.
Oh, you know that's a serious deal, because here comes that organ music. I'm sorry, Kefka.
Is that a machine?
It's freaking huge.
Get out of the way, achievement. I'm trying to do stuff.
Crap! It's blocking close-range attacks with EMP blasts. We've got to find another way to damage it.
2B, Command is attempting to launch a satellite laser strike on your target, but the enemy's electromagnetic camouflage is making it impossible to aim. We need you to find the emitter and take it out.
Oh, is that all?
I know, but it's the only way.
Okay, Morgana. I'll do it.
EMP generator target confirmed. Marking on map. Proposal. Destroy the generator quickly.
Ah, it's a little butt dongle. All right, let's get it. Let's go get that dongle. This is a great scene.
Enemy data obtained from command.
I think making sequences in a game that are both mechanically engaging and narratively engaging,
Upon
big challenge.
reaching land, the unit unleashed a devastating electromagnetic wave attack. All resistance
This
fighters in
fucking
the
thing.
vicinity were annihilated.
So basically, if this thing reaches land, we're screwed.
It's a Krug Leviat. Man, this is the future that Krug wants. Krug and Ethertech pair up to destroy all humanity. Actually, this whole game is just the civil war between Krug and Elixir. Hey, it's that dongle. Nice dongle, robot. Dude, my sword. Fucking up your shit. Like the original, yeah, the original Yorha robots were like Elixir personal servants. Whoa, such glowy. See you later, dongle.
Electromagnetic interference eliminated. Preparing for satellite laser strike.
It's kind of anticlimactic.
Oh, come on! It's got an electromagnetic barrier over its whole body?
Having trouble over there?
A2?
Are you Yorha?
Fuck no, that's A2.
Hunter Squadron deploying out of North 12C Defense HQ.
Oh no, it's not.
I'm the
We got some
commanding
new
officer,
friends.
4B. Don't worry,
4B?
we'll take it from
like
here.
the pencil? Oh, we'll take it from here. Bullshit. I'm a PC,
2B,
motherfucker.
let's leave this area to the reinforcements.
No.
I have an idea.
Oh man.
You and I should meet up at the spot I just marked.
We've got
4B, like a
mortars lining
soft
the shoreline
pencil.
here.
Or is 4B
All
hard?
the EMP shielding in the world won't help against close-range mortar fire.
Got it.
Oh my god. What is this? Oh, is this the vehicle sequence? The like... Yeah, it is.
I'll help aim.
Rad. Yeah, 4B's pretty soft, okay.
This thing's armor is too thick. We need more firepower.
2B, let's try for a more direct approach.
Direct? Oh, right.
That's right. Lay down some fire in its stupid mouth.
Yeah, direct fire from a mortar. Yeah, eat shit, robot. See, I can't actually control the... I just have to fire when it wobbles into view. Kind of a weird sequence. Like, I'm not actually really doing anything, it's just timing. Got him. Oh no, that electromagnetic pulse. You had a shield all along?
We gotta bail, 2B. This is bad.
Oh my god, is it standing up now? Look at its wobbly arms. Ah, fuck.
Are you alright, 2B?
Hi, Pascal.
That enormous machine is an ancient weapon. It was designed to help annihilate the androids, but it wound up going out of control. I was part of the machine's network when it happened, so I remember it. The moment it reached land.
Expository bullshit, yeah.
Everything in sight. No one could figure out how to stop it. They eventually marooned it deep in the ocean, but it seems to be searching for a way back.
Seems to have found a way back, actually. Yeah, I like how it lore dumps on me while it just gives me like really easy enemies to kill.
Okay?
Hey, Ashley.
Please,
Welcome
2B,
back.
this is gonna work.
Look, obviously if they hit those little yellow noodles on it, oh my god, it does look like a mecha Wubba
9S
Fit.
is leading
Totally.
the front lines. Proposal: 9S should be reported to command as a deserter.
Agreed.
No! He has a plan. Just hold on.
Oh, fuck. I do quite like fighting the giant monster sequences. The first time I ever saw one of these was in the Dungeons and Dragons arcade game, where you fight the red dragon and you fight one hand at a time. Also, I like that Pascal is here for moral support and also to get in the way. Move, Pascal. I think it's an interesting aesthetic choice that everything in the game is so smoky. I believe it is. It is Mecha Dick Butt. I think it's funny that their health bars don't actually mean anything. They die halfway. Like, what's the purpose of a health bar if when it runs out, it doesn't actually do anything? Like, see? They die at half. So confused. Oh, it all shares one health bar. That makes sense. Oh, yeah, totally. I didn't notice the other one's going down at the same rate. Smart. Yeah, fuck you. Oh, good, you got another one. Yeah, no, several more of those noodles for me to bust off. Pascal, maybe if you're not going to contribute to this combat situation, you should just leave? Or it doesn't seem safe for you here. I'm just saying. Just putting that out there. Yep. The scene transitions from 2D to 3D in this are so seamless. Very impressive. Attacking the upper dick. What's that thing? Can't get close enough to hit it with my sword. Yeah, do you? There we go. Rectangles. Listen, I'm purely a triangle guy, so I don't know what you're trying to do with these weird glass sheets you're firing at me. Chucking screen doors my way. And boom. Boom. There we go.
Signal lost.
Organize a search and rescue party for the missing Yorha members at once.
The frantic typing of people organizing a rescue party.
2B. 9S. Don't die on me.
Okay. Inexplicably, I am fine. Welp. Congratulations, team. We did it. Let's take a break in celebration. And when we get back, we will wander around the aftermath and see if we can find our little robot friend. Don't go anywhere. Be right back.